it is time to kind of dive into the situation of the playoffs. Obviously, I'm just going to vamp here real quick as I pull that up real quick. Nothing is really decided. There are some situations, especially in terms of the 7 seed for the NFC. The Green Bay Packers are your 7 seed. So they are not going to be able to move up, down, out. So they are locked in. They will be heading to either Chicago or Philadelphia, as that will also need to be decided. And then, of course, the 1 seed, very big 1 seed, because it's not just you drop from 1 to a 2, you drop from a 1 to a 5. That will be the game we'll be talking about, the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. Of course, that is not only for the number 1 seed, but also, of course, the NFC West. And then, as I somewhat alluded to, a kind of win and you're in the NFC South. I'll get to in a little more detail when we talk about that game, but we always talk about it every year. Do we have to invite every division winner to the dance? Yeah, we do, but we always kind of scratch our heads and ask the same question every year. Anyways, moving to the AFC side of things. I do believe so we can see some movement in the AFC. Obviously, the Jaguars and Texans still have the AFC South up for grabs. The Patriots, I believe, still have a outside shot at the 1 seed, although the AFC East and the AFC West are both wrapped up. The Chargers could possibly move to the 5. But they are sounding like they are going to rest Justin Herbert and possibly others. So that's interesting. We'll have that in a bit. But and then finally, just similar to the NFC, the AFC, we do have some cleanup to do in the AFC North. Someone's got to win it. The Pittsburgh Steelers or the Baltimore Ravens. That is a true win and you're in. You win and you win the division type game. That will be your Sunday Night Football, which we'll get to soon. Obviously, like I said, outside of just 2 division opponents or 2 division races, we're figuring out right now essentially where these teams are going to play, not who is going to play. Raider Jim, your thoughts as we get ready to kind of get this all into concrete.
Well, I'll tell you that Baltimore and Pittsburgh situation, if I'm going to put my playoff chances on the shoulders of Aaron Rodgers or Derrick Henry at this stage of the game, give me Derrick Henry with 1 leg, because he is really, really starting to ramp it up. And I think he's going to have one heck of a final game here. Going to be very interesting to see, and they're playing at home. And then on the NFC side of the ball, as much as I like to watch my old man there, who I can't remember his name now, Baker Mayfield. As much as I appreciate Mayfield and what he can do for football and what he has done with the football, I got to say, I give the nod to Carolina right now in that game on Sunday, and I think I'm not going to be surprised at all. What I am surprised at is, even though the game is going to be played at Tampa Bay, that they are actually the 2.5-point favorite at home. The way they've been playing, I don't think I could give them that edge.
Yeah, I believe I saw something. The Buccaneers have won 1 game since Halloween. It's pretty incredible that we're talking about them week 18. And they have, I mean, again, they're listed as a 24% chance because, again, Carolina, there is a world Carolina loses, but still wins the division. That would then come down to Atlanta beating the Red Hot Saints, by the way. But anyways, that's kind of a weird one. And sometimes it's just easier to kind of just say, look, let's pretend that this is a win and you're in type of game, even though it technically isn't. Very, very interesting going forward, because even looking at the playoff odds, Tampa Bay, currently 24%, even with a win, only 42%. So again, keep that in mind. A lot of eyes will be going on Sunday, as of course that Carolina Tampa Bay game is on Saturday. We'll get to both of those, that game and the Pittsburgh Baltimore game, in our game previews.